justice is what is right. So if you are a just person, then in some sense you are righteous. In other words, you're not wrong or immoral or bad. If we're talking about justice, we might be talking about retributive justice. That's a question about how we can punish the people or behaviors that are unjust. And if we were talking about retributive justice, we might be wondering how we could punish somebody so that they never do it again, or so that they could be made an example of, so that our punishing that immoral person means the society will be less likely to do that act. We might be thinking about how we can justly punish somebody to make things right. But in this video, I will be discussing distributive justice, which has nothing to do with how to punish injustice. Instead, distributive justice has to do with how we can allocate the good and the bad stuff, how we can allocate benefits and burdens so that there could be righteousness among the people, or justice. There's a lot of different theories of how to allocate the benefits and burdens. In other words, there's a lot of different versions of the right distributive just theory. Let's go over some. So the first one I'll discuss is Rawlsian justice, which says that we should do whatever is best for society as if we're making these decisions behind a veil of ignorance. But what should we ignore? We should ignore every single thing about ourselves. So when you make your decision about what to do in society, forget how old you are or how healthy you are, how much money you have, how many children you have, what gender you are, or if you're non-binary, what religion you are, what religions your friends are. Forget all of the personal features about yourself and make a self-interested decision. So the Rawlsian theory of distributive justice is all about removing self-interest and making decisions for society from behind a veil of ignorance, so that whoever you are in society or whatever position in society you end up taking has you better off. But a totally different theory of justice is a libertarian theory of justice, according to which we should do whatever protects us as individuals and protects our individual freedom, which means no welfare, no Medicare, Medicaid, don't tax the rich more than the poor, don't take away things from the rich and give it to the poor. Let every person be as free as can be. Free markets, free personal property. Not that the personal property would be free, but people should be free to obtain and maintain their personal private property. The government should not be involved with taking and redistributing goods among society. That's the idea of libertarian freedom. That would be a just way to allocate benefits and burdens. Kind of like don't. Another theory of justice, when we're discussing distributive justice, is utilitarian justice, which says that you should do whatever increases the most amount of pleasure and decreases the most amount of pain for all of those persons, whether individuals or institutions, that are involved. So here we are thinking about everyone who is involved and them being better off. The last distributive justice theory that we'll consider is egalitarian justice, according to which we should do whatever brings people closer to being perfect equals. So the idea there is that we're all morally equal, So we should all be perfectly equal in how many burdens or benefits we have. This means giving the disadvantaged an advantage to bring them closer to those who are not disadvantaged, like taking from the rich to give to the poor, like letting those people who are disadvantaged have an upper hand, like being excited when the rich part of a town is bombarded with a storm because that disadvantages the rich and makes them closer to the poor. So egalitarian justice is all about equality. Libertarian justice is all about personal individual freedom. Utilitarian justice is all about increasing the pleasures or benefits to the most amount of people involved. Rawlsian justice is all about choosing what's best as if you don't know how it's going to affect you. And these are all distributive justice theories, which is all about allocating the benefits and burdens to a society.